Hey guys, my name is Malcolm McKenzie and I'm an operatic baritone. I last sang in Eugene at Eugene Opera as the evil Baron Scarpia in Puccini's Tosca. I'm so looking forward to sharing my love of singing with you all, so let's get started. Today I get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, the vocal cords. The vocal cords, or vocal folds as we sometimes call them, are an amazing set of physiological structures. They're pretty unique in that they're composed of muscular, elastic, connective, and mucosal tissues all in one structure. These tiny things are capable of making huge sounds over a very wide pitch range. So, and each of you has them. Today we're going to start by talking a little bit about how your vocal cords make sound, and then we're also going to talk a bit about how to make it easier for them to make those sounds. So let's get started. Okay, so your larynx or voice box and the vocal cords inside have two major functions. First of all, they make sound, or phonate. You're going to hear me use that word a lot. Phonation, phonate. All that means is making sound with your vocal cords. All right. So second, your vocal cords are also responsible for metering the flow of air in and out of your lungs. So now what's that mean? If you inhale and then begin to exhale and then stop the flow of air, but leave your mouth open like this, it's your vocal cords that are actually stopping the air. Now, this will become important later on, but why don't you try exhaling a couple times and stopping the airflow. Don't use your mouth. Make sure that your mouth stays open, but go ahead and try that. Go. That's the sound of your vocal cords closing and stopping the airflow. So, how do your vocal cords make sound? Well, the air coming out of your lungs moves past your vocal cords and they vibrate. Depending on their position and how thick or thin the cords are, we'll talk about how that happens later, the sound that they make changes. It's actually pretty amazing if you think about it. If you've ever plucked a guitar string, you know that the tighter the string gets, the higher the note or the pitch that it plays is. Your vocal cords are very similar. Since they have muscles inside them that become shorter and thicker, that changes the way that they vibrate and therefore the sound they produce. But they can also be stretched from the outside by muscles around them to change their length, just like that guitar string, which also affects their sound. Pretty amazing, huh? So here's a question. Do you think that your vocal cords vibrate better when they are tight and short, or when they are more relaxed and longer? Right. When they're longer and more relaxed. And this brings us back to the second function of the vocal cords. So you remember I said that the second function of your vocal cords is to meter that flow of air as it comes out and actually as it goes in to your lungs, right? So if you're using your vocal cords to resist or stop that flow of air, they tighten up and they resist the pressure of that air. Do you think they phonate well when resisting that air pressure? Here, let me give you a quick demonstration. So I'm going to tighten up my vocal cords and push some pressure on them from behind, and then I'm going to try and phonate. And it ends up sounding like this, right? Not very pretty, huh? So when you're singing or talking or, for that matter, yelling or whatever, keeping the pressure, the air pressure under our vocal cords, or the subglottal pressure, low, makes it easier for our cords to phonate, and therefore makes it easier to sing or to speak or to yell loudly, okay? And this can sometimes feel counterintuitive. You think that when you want to sing or speak louder, that you'd want to have a higher pressure. You try harder, right? Except that what happens is then your vocal cords try and resist that pressure, and then they don't phonate as well. So have you ever been hoarse after a sporting event because you yelled so much cheering for your team? So this is caused by having too much pressure, trying too hard to force that air through those tight vocal cords and make them phonate at the same time. So how can we fix that? Well, we can learn to speak and sing with a soft onset phonation.